This is one of the murals done by the talented students at Pitzer College. And you can see the influence of human scientific technology on the natural world and how it has ravaged, for example, cultivation through the use of genetically modified crops and the use of herbicides and chemicals and what it does to life. This idea of science in a test tube wrought over the landscape, industrial production, and the hallmark of sort of American industrial capitalism just going and creating havoc around the world and really decimating life. It's a brilliant mural. Great use of color. Very thought-provoking. Here's the key element of the baby in the test tube, the manipulation of biological life, and the dire, somber consequences of it. Mural number 2 that I like in Pitzer, and this is a projection of the spherical Earth with its land masses, but from an unusual perspective. Normally we think of the South Pole at the bottom, and here the South Pole is at the top, and that's just a wonderful way to look at the world. And the artist has liberally interpreted where the deserts and the forest land or vegetated land is, except I think he's been a little too generous with the vegetated parts. You can definitely see where California is on the bottom right, and the western United States becoming increasingly desertified. This mural focuses on culture, indigenous cultures, and their connection with how to live in a regenerative manner, not in a destructive manner, together with the earth, and their way of understanding the awesome mysteries of infinite nature, which is part of being this indeterminate, complex web of life, and their notions of light and spirituality and water and fire. They're all symbols of our connection with a force of life that is way, way beyond the human comprehension. So this is sort of a pan-indigenous representation of their way of living and their way of being, from the waters to the forested lands to desert lands. Just across from that other indigenous mural is this much larger representation. It's very tall, and it is a true massive wall mural, and it sort of goes from the oceans with water elements to the terrestrial elements. You can see Turtle Island, the representation of turtle, which is the origin story of the continent of the United States, as if mud accreted slowly over the backs of the turtles to create the continent. You get the mountains, the snow-peaked mountains, and then the representation of humanity and our connection to the divine up in the cosmos. It's a beautiful mural. Exquisite, beautiful, striking colors, and set in this sort of beautiful, quiet area of Pitzer College. This is the beautiful college green at Pitzer College with the clock tower and the magnificent, I think, Jeffrey pine trees.